we bought this farm at auction in 2023, we knew almost nothing about its history. We knew there was an enormous overgrown pond hidden behind the trees, but we had no idea who'd created it, what it once looked like, or how it ended up in this state. Since then, bit by bit, its stories found its way back to us through the late owner's friends. And this wasn't simply a hole dug in a field, it was carefully shaped with different depths with an island at one end. But 20 years later, by the time we arrived, the island had disappeared. We've been told the previous owners may or may not have buried their favourite pony beneath it. And now, after the driest weather we've experienced here, the water's disappeared, leaving nothing but a huge bed of reeds. So exactly what is beneath all of this is anybody's guess. Now, we are not planning to do the digging ourselves. That's why we're hoping to get Martin the farmer back with his big digger to restore the pond properly. But that's definitely a job for another day. But the conifers have grown completely out of control, fallen branches blocking the banks. There's also an old summer house behind them, which I've barely shown you because it's very difficult to get to on a slope, and I'm surprised it's still standing. But before we can get Martin in to tackle the pond, we need to deal with what's surrounding it. Not there. Well, you need to go. Oh, it's not coming down quickly, is it? So every time I walk around the paddock, I say to myself, I'm going to get rid of these branches because they bug me. So today is the day. First off, a bit of PPE. I'm not a fan of these. I feel like clown trousers. I'm not sponsored by Still, by the way. Well, that would be nice. Now, annoyingly, I've got branches in the wrong places. Silly stock fencing I've got to manoeuvre. So I'm just going to have to get in there and make a start. Oh, that was blooming quick. I don't quite know where to put them all yet. So I'll put a pile here and we'll decide later. The camera's going to go. Woo! I think all this mess is just giving me more ammunition to get rid of these branches. So I don't know whether this is the right way or the wrong way, but I'm putting them into piles, which I'll process later for the log burner. While I'm cutting these up, Mr. TCG's got the message and he's using the compact tractor to rip out that stock fencing and keep having to climb over. Apart from the rusty bit, we might actually find that useful. I have to get my baby sawhorse for that. To clear those branches next because he's stopping you. So these trees are asking to be done next because they're blocking the stock fencing from being released. Well, I think I'm enjoying myself a bit too much with this. It's 7 o'clock now and it's tea time, but I have to say I'm really happy with how things are going. Finally, we can see the summer house through the trees, but we've still got a long way to go to clear all this. But I see a branch, I pick it up and I can't stop myself. apart from that stock fencing strapped me. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, that's got to go. Hello, girlies. Come on then. Go out and explore. Wow, when I woke up this morning, the weather looked quite dull and deceiving. It's now getting quite warm. And after a look at the weather forecast, it's going to get up to 27 degrees and a 69% chance of rain this afternoon. So I've decided to start work early and carry on where I left off, which in all honesty, I'm quite enjoying, particularly because it's a shaded, breezy area usually. And Mr. TCD will be strimming all of the undergrowth today, and hopefully we'll get better access to the summer house. I didn't realise how important gloves were yesterday until I got sap in my hair. I've just come to cut this log because it's not quite on the ground, so it's got a nice distance for my chainsaw. But then I've realised there's stock fencing all around it, and there's no way I want to get that wrapped around my chain. So I'm going to angle grind that off first. Whoa! Yay. But it's wedged under the ground. So to get to this stock fencing, I need to remove these next. And if I'm not careful, some of these storm damaged branches are going to land on my head. Start with you. Years and years of firewood. Ow! Right on the neck. Oh, that was a bit too close to camera. This might look like an innocent branch, but there's a lot attached to it. Well, I've realised I haven't filmed a lot for a while because I've just been doing the same thing of cutting branches and putting them into different piles, which are getting bigger and bigger. Meanwhile, Mr. TCD's been using his strimmer to create paths around the pond and also clearing the stock fencing with his tractor. So we are making a lot of progress. It's just slow progress. I've been at this for 3 hours now, not chainsawing non-stop, but I'm only now down to 1 bar. And I've definitely been putting this electric chainsaw through its paces, and I think it's a great investment so far. It's not put up a fight, it's so quiet, it's lighter, and it's a similar size to the petrol one that Mr. TCD owns. And I don't really have to wear ear defenders with it, but I choose to anyway. Oh, I'm getting tired now. Got to the point where every time I throw a branch, I stand back and think, wow, I can actually see progress, especially since we can finally walk around the trees. But I have created a bit of a graveyard of branches I've got to sort out later. But I did find a skull, which I'm undecided whether it's a fox, a badger, or a small dog, which I very much doubt it. But that mystery can wait because I'm starving. Well, 3 days later, I've realised that cutting the branches is the fun part. It's the clearing away that takes forever. So that's what I'm doing right now while Mr. TCD is processing the branches in the haphazard pile that I've created, or piles. But we're finally exposed to some house to get a proper look inside. Oh my God, there's steps here! I found steps! And you couldn't have got down there because the trees were overgrown in all of it. Well, it's definitely seen better days. I don't think I've been in here for about a year, but that chair was definitely intact then, and something's clearly been enjoying the space since. Well, realistically, I don't think it's worth saving, but the idea is, and once the pond is restored, I think it's going to be a cracking place to chill here. So I think I'm going to replace it eventually using all the stuff that my dad's taught me. Definitely. Oh, there's another step. These conifers have just taken over. Another one to add to the collection. Come on, branch, come on. Oh! Finally! Looks good stuff, that. There we go. Well, it's already well past lunchtime. Mr. TCD's been cracking on while I've been editing this video, but I'm very conscious there's only a few hours left. And first of all, I need to rescue Mr. TCD's chainsaw. It's handy having two. You go and grab this, it's moving. So aside from that mishap, we want to try and clear the side of the pond so we can actually walk around it for the first time without getting stung or bitten. I'm not going to show you another 10 minutes of moving branches, but this last section is the bit that finally joins everything up. Well, I look like I've not had a bath in a week, but I'm very happy that the fact that I can walk around our entire pond now. Next, I want to clear the lovely bit of landscaping around the summer house, which I've no idea why it's here, but it's blocking the route and there's years of conifer debris built up behind it. Come on. Nice. Oh, oh, that's nice. Whoa. It's bending. I'm cutting it up. I've had enough. Oh. Well, clearing that didn't quite go to plan, but at least some of it's done. It'll be easier, hopefully, for next time. But when I do eventually replace the summer house, I definitely don't want all that debris sitting on the back of it, causing damp. Something tells me that's going to be a lot easier for a farmer with a digger than us with a small Japanese compact tractor. Well, we've ended up with a ridiculous amount of firewood, but we've got about 4 piles that we've either processed or haven't processed, and the wood chip pile, which is anything that's below 5 inches, so it can go through a wood chipper, is humongous. And hopefully all of that will go around my garden beds. Nothing will be going to waste from all of this chaos. But there's one place I haven't shown you properly yet, and I've never been there before, and it's at the bottom of this pond. So I'm going in. Which bit is best? You know what, I can sit my bum on there. Oh, it's spongy. It's spongy. God, this is strange. Wow. Yuck. It's definitely like clay, but it's like crusty on top. And I can see loads of paw prints as well. You really don't appreciate how deep it is until you're standing down here. Well, I had hoped to clear the whole view of the summer house this week, but I think that was slightly optimistic, especially since we haven't even touched the sides really. But progress is progress. See you in the next one.